Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tyler's Yarns. Today we got Brooke here with me. She's going to be co-hosting this episode.
Hey, guys.
Today's points, we're going to be sort of talking about future trends coming into winter and past trends as well. We're just going to try to predict sort of where it's going.
Yeah.
But firstly, how was your week?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I just did some shopping, kind of like usual.
Just chill?
Yeah. Good thing that happened to me this week. I bought this sweater. Don't know if you're watching. I've got a Drew sweater on. Yeah, bought that. I've been after a black one for a while, and yeah, there was a store near me that had them in stock, so I thought I'd cop one.
How much did it cost?
$400.
$400?
Yeah.
Is that what they normally go for? That's a trend as well. That's been trending for like probably the past 2 years.
Yeah,
as a brand.
They're a bit harder to get your hands on though.
Yeah, maybe more exclusive as well, which makes them like trend even harder, I reckon.
Yeah, but I've been after a black one. I've seen a few like orange ones around, but I haven't seen like a medium one in my size. So.
Oh, so you're just like, yep,
Yeah.
jump on it straight away.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, have to get it.
Yeah, that's what So one good pro thing that happened to me this week. So I'm pretty much going to be going sober till end of July from now.
Really?
Which is going to be pretty interesting, but
is that a good thing? No.
no, it'll be a good thing. Just because I'm going to be going to obviously Asia and stuff, and you know what I mean, and maybe like on a vacay.
Yeah, that'll
through
be fun.
Southeast Asia.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah,
I want to go to Asia too, but
yeah, it's
not sure.
super cheap, so good.
Saving for a house.
Yeah, saving for a house, are you?
Yeah.
So for the first sort of point I wanted to bring up was trend cycles. Just like talk about sort of how the trend cycle, trend cycle sort of works. Pretty much how the trend cycle works is there's pretty much 5 stages. So the introduction, the rise, the acceptance, decline, and observation.
Yeah.
So pretty much like we'll probably break down all those steps. So the introduction to a trend. Name a trend?
Yeah, so maybe we could go into like the straight leg jean.
Yeah, straight leg jean. Like it trended maybe, was it like early 2000 or something?
Yeah, it kind of went from early 2000s, kind of the...
And it was super tight, wasn't it? Like tight jeans?
Yeah, it was like... Oh, it was like a bit loose. Like it just depended, I guess, on the type of person who wore them. But, it was like early 2000s and it kind of came back.
Yeah, it came back
year.
recently. So pretty much with trends, it's like it starts at... trends can come back whenever. That's what's so good about vintage. It's like, oh, this trended last week. Or this trended this winter.
Yeah.
And then it's like completely different next year, which is like so nice. But it's like moving so much faster now. Because people are so like on TikTok and on their phone, so they just want the next big thing.
Yeah. I feel like that's definitely how it gets introduced. Normally through movies and someone famous or someone well known kind of wearing.
Yeah, it starts a trend like a lot of big influencers just for vintage, say like Travis Scott and A$AP Rocky.
And even like Kanye West.
Kanye West with like he when he wore that Harley, I think it was maybe 5 or 6 years ago, then you obviously seen a spike in Harley sales when we first started.
Yeah.
So yeah, that got introduced by him wearing a Harley. It was on the rise. And then it went through all the cycle as well.
Yeah.
And then like now it's not as popular, you know?
Yeah. I think that it just because it's like any trend kind of runs its course and then and like we need another trend to kind of...
Yeah, because it keeps people occupied. But it's like shoes. It's like they're dropping every week now and it's all hyped and there's like the trend. But if you hold on to some shoes, they're going to increase in value as well because they might re-trend again, you know?
I think dunks are trending right now.
Yeah, so dunks have been trending probably for the last 2 years. I think Sean Witherspoon was a massive influence in that.
Yeah.
Just because he's been talking about dunks probably on his YouTube channel for about 10 years.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I can't wait till all the chunky dunks come sort of back in. And now they're obviously a shoe that everyone can wear. Like I think I saw Gary V wearing a pair. You know what I mean? So like a very versatile shoe, and like a lot of people are happy to wear them and happy to pay the money for them as well.
Yeah, and kind of in that point, going back to cycles, where we try and kind of put ourselves within the cycle is we try and kind of predict what's the next thing. That's what you kind of have to do.
Yeah, because we sort of base it off, like say some trends that were trending sort of last year. Like we could be like, oh, it could be something similar to that. Like you see Carhartt jackets were trending, but what type of jacket's going to be trending next? Because it's obviously not going to be a Carhartt jacket this year.
Yeah.
Because it's just so quick.
I think that, and you kind of have to position yourself in between kind of the rise of the cycle.
Of the cycle.
And then kind of near the end, you kind of have to position yourself sort of in the middle.
Because also trends just never die; they just get less popular as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that trended last year. Just like a lot of like sports team sweaters for us trended last year, and now we're seeing it obviously decrease because people want Nike stuff.
Yeah, and we tried to predict that as well. Yeah. We kind of saw the start of what was kind of starting to gain some traction, and then we thought, you know what, we're gonna go balls deep.
Yeah. What were some of your favorite previous trends
from the last few years, or
just like recently last year?
Last year, I know that like Birkenstocks came back
for a bit.
I was like one of the first people to have Birkenstocks, just saying, and everyone told me they were like, nah, they're not cool. You even said it. You were like, nah, not cool.
They're still not that cool though. They're just like a good shoe that you can wear everywhere.
I think they're cool. Yeah. I think everyone.
But that's why fashion's subjective. I don't think they're cool when you do. That's why it's so good about trends and stuff like that.
But I just want to say I was there first.
Put your foot in there. Yeah. Some other previous trends. Some other previous trends from. Yeah, I think like we were talking about it before. Dunks are at their peak, but I think they're coming down. Dunk sales aren't selling out anymore as much as they used to. They're just redoing the Pandas 20 times, you know what I mean? Like re-releasing them.
I love the Pandas though.
Yeah, they're such a good shoe. You can sort of wear them with everything, which is nice.
Yeah. I think what another trend, probably kind of the jackets, the NASCAR jackets were a big trend last year.
Oh, massive jacket. They were huge last year.
Yeah, like oversized, big jackets.
There's a few cool ones, like Pfizer ones and stuff that we had in the store for a bit, but they're like, there's only certain ones that you can really sell, but like the big embroidered prints, but they're pretty cool. Like a lot of people start them really well. But that was a massive trend last year as well. It would be interesting to see if it's going to come into next year as well.
Yeah. And what about you? What was your favourite trend?
What I saw a lot from Melbourne hoodie brands was puffer print.
Yeah.
Puffer print was massive. Pretty much every Melbourne hoodie brand was just puffer, Mr. Winston, like push pull.
And now it's I think that if you're still going to be doing puffer in 6 months, I think it'd probably be embroidery. I don't think puffer's like, even the quality of puffer I don't think is that great.
No, like you can see it even falling off. Like it's like a cheap sort of like, it just like starts picking itself off as well.
And if there's anything trapped underneath, I know I bought a puffer one, and there was like little weird bumps in the puffer, and I paid a lot of money for that sweater. And
you mean sweater, not puffer? Like sweater or puffer?
A sweater with the puffer print on it.
Oh yeah, and it was just falling apart in the inside or outside?
On like the outside.
On the outside, yeah. I've seen that a lot with a lot of the brands. They're not getting them like printed at like decent places as well.
Yeah. But also like another trend that was like kind of mainstream trend was like the essential hoodie.
Oh yeah, everyone used to love those. Yeah. Well, they still are. They still sell out the Ferrogold ones, eh?
Yeah, I've got one, but mine is actually falling apart. But I think it's because you're not supposed to put them in the dryer.
Yeah, like pretty much every good hoodie, like even the ones that we're wearing, which is our brand, the made ones.
Yeah.
Our brand. You put them in the dryer and then they're just like, with every other hoodie as well, they're the same.
No. Those like shrink because they're not pre-shrunken ones.
Yeah, the pre-shrunken ones.
This one is like the lettering is coming off.
Oh, the full lettering.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, because I feel like when you put it in the dryer, these ones shrink. But like most fresh ones do.
But that's because that is like not pre-shrunk. Where like the ones in China, they all pre-shrink the material.
Yeah, where sort of these ones are made in Australia, so they're like Australian wool and stuff. Yeah, which is cool. Some trend predictions for coming up. I think you were talking about it before. You had those essential hoodies, but all the colors in the essential hoodies are pretty good. Like they got the earth tone. Yeah. They're really sticking to like tones.
Yeah, like a more neutral color.
Yeah, like neutral tone, which I think is gonna like be massive this winter.
Yeah, I think that as well. I think like a brown. I think brown's been. We're kind of seeing it get onto that like rise. Yeah, I think everyone wants the brown sweaters or beige sweaters. But yeah, it's still not at its peak. But there's just like for even vintage stuff, there's not many around. Yeah, like we get one every 2 weeks. But I think that's because they're so sought after.
Yeah, and every time we put them on the website, they pretty much sell out straight away, which is a good indication that it's on the rise as well.
Yeah, so I think that's definitely, in terms of cycles, that's in the rise phase.
For sure.
And I think if you were a brand out there thinking of like jumping on a trend, I would say get on that one. Yeah, Nike, like brown, neutral hoodie.
Yeah, that's what everyone's sort of after. And also another trend that we are predicting for this summer is oversized outerwear. Like we're talking like trench coats, big like puffers. I think they're becoming pretty massive. You can already see it now. Yeah. Like huge contenders, probably like North Face is huge.
There are a lot of people I've seen, like a lot of people coming into the store. Even someone came into the store on Sunday with a North Face vest puffer, essential hoodie underneath. And then I drove home and I lived like 25 minutes away from the store and someone had the exact same fit on. Different person.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's pretty much what a trend is. Yeah. Which is crazy. Like if people start getting like inspo from Instagram, they start getting inspo from just seeing people around. But yeah, that's what's so good about trends.
Yeah, and I was like, did I just see that guy? But it was
did he catch a train?
Different guy.
Another one is like vests. Vest was a good one last year, but like you're talking about it before, North Face puffer vests, huge. Knitted sweaters as well.
Yeah, I think
if you can get them, like even with the vintage game, it's so hard to get knitted sweaters. Like, I think I've talked about it before, but the Ralph Lauren one I had, I get so many people just being like, oh, can I buy it? Can I buy it? You know?
Yeah, I think that if there was more available, that would definitely be a trend. I just think because there's such limited supply, I don't think it will ever be like a really consistent trend where everyone has it. Like vintage wise, but maybe if it was like new, then knitted sweater could be a thing.
Yeah, knitted vest, knitted sweater. I think is trending into this winter. Yeah. I brought it up before, but North Face. I'm pretty much seeing so many North Face. It's like just coming into winter in Australia. I've been seeing like I'd walk down Chapel, probably see like 15 North Face jackets, the puffer ones.
Yeah, I'm thinking of getting one.
Yeah, how much are they? They're pretty expensive, eh?
Yeah, I think
I think we should get them in the store, I reckon.
$500.
Yeah.
Brand new.
Yeah. They're good ones, eh? But they're pretty good quality.
I think I just follow everyone else.
You just follow everyone else on the trends?
On the trend. But to be fair, I've never seen anyone wear a Drew sweater.
No, I haven't seen anyone wear a Drew sweater as well.
I think they're going to come in, though. I think
it just hasn't hit the market in Australia yet, which is, yeah.
I think this year as well.
Probably getting introduced into the market now, as you can see, and then it's going to go on the rise maybe.
Yeah, and that's a trend prediction I'm making.
Yes.
True.
Very true. Any other trend predictions that you found? Maybe like even just for vintage mixed branded stuff. We're seeing a massive increase in mixed branded stuff like your Adidas's, Reeboks. We sort of put it all into that mixed branded category just because it's not as popular as like Nike or Sports Team.
Yeah, and I think mixed branded is making kind of its rise at the moment. I think a lot of people kind of want to be seen wearing the brand, like the brand Tommy Hilfiger or the brand Ralph Lauren, because I think we're kind of going into the
sort of more like individual though. Like it's more of an individual piece, and people like feel a bit more special in it, I reckon.
Yeah, and I think that just I don't know what it is, but when people hear like a brand that's kind of a bit bigger than your Nike and your like sports team, they're like, oh, like you have a Ralph Lauren sweater or what?
Yeah, you got a Polo. Like that's what the next things they go to. Like Adidas is huge.
Yeah.
But those are like pretty much future trends, I reckon. Any other ones?
I think that like flare pants will probably like make it come back.
70s flare pants, you reckon?
Yeah. Because it's about time, don't you think? Like it's been 50 years.
True. They reckon what cycles start in 30-year cycles.
But I have been watching that 70s show a little bit.
Yeah, is that why you're loving it?
It's been coming in, and there's a few people on there that they've actually got good style when you like look at it. Like for like the time that they're wearing clothes, like they actually look really good.
Yeah, a lot of the 80s fashion was probably the best, like tight t-shirts.
Yeah.
Belts. Back when everyone was skinny because of no McDonald's.
Yeah. Belts, and then they have like even the men, they had like the tight pants with like the flare.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. Like I don't think it will come back with men, but
No.
I think with women, I think it will make a comeback.
Yeah, it did come back in a few years ago. It got very popular, maybe like 10 years ago. So maybe it's like another 10-year cycle, you know?
Yeah, I think it will.
But yeah, pretty much we're going to be dropping a lot of sweaters moving into winter. A lot of stuff that sort of people want. Mixed branded, we've got so much of. That's going to be dropping pretty much in the next few weeks.
Yeah, we have heaps. I just did a bunch of photos for them today, and we've got some really nice, even Nike hoodies.
So many Nike hoodies, which is so good. Because I reckon at the moment, Nike's probably at the peak of its trend.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's always popular, but it's at the peak at the moment, I think.
Yeah. I think with Nike, though, the trends, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but the trend cycles go a little bit quicker than everything else.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree.
Because they're just producing so much.
Yeah, they had so much back in the day. They're mass producing, so there's a lot of it.
Even
now. That's with trends as well. It's like it has to have a lot of stuff for it to be a trend, or else it's not a trend at all.
Yeah.
Like they have to have volumes of it. So if you want like, I don't know, a basic Reebok sweater and they come in, there's a whole bunch of them because they'll just your like standard sweater.
Yeah.
Or your basic sweater that everyone wore.
Even the Champion C's, like.
Yeah, like there's like they came into trend maybe 3 years ago when we first started as well.
And I found out, fun fact of the podcast, but I found out that Champion hoodies were the first hoodies ever created.
That's crazy. Was it probably the reverse weave, eh?
I'm not sure what it was, but it was for like New York workers, when they went to like work on the like builders and shit.
Yeah, workwear, which is good.
Which is like cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a cool little
fun fact.
Fun fact.
That makes me want to wear like Champion hoodies more.
Yeah, for sure. And Champion, we get a lot of, and people like fuck with Champion as well, which is nice.
Yeah.
So, shall we leave it at that?
Yeah, I reckon.
Have you got anything else to say?
We have a new podcast coming out as well.
Yeah.
Not you and I, but Ashley and I have a new podcast coming out this week. Probably on Friday or something.
Yeah.
Not sure on the day, but
have you got a name for it yet?
Ashley and Brooke.
Ashley and Brooke's podcast.
I think it's just going to be Ashley and Brooke.
Oh yeah, that's pretty simple.
Yeah.
It'll be good for like.
For like if you're a girl and you just want to like, it will be about like clothing and more so like pop culture. So, kind of clothing related to like reality TV and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Just like random.
Fashion based, which is good.
Yeah.
But yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, give us a subscription on YouTube.
Yeah.
All that fun stuff. Leave a review would be great. Yeah. See you next time. Thanks for jumping on, Brooke.
Thanks.